Welcome to our Holiday Lights Spectacular. All month long, we've been visiting local places that are making the capital region merry and bright this holiday season. For many residential and commercial areas, they turn to the professionals, companies that will bring in decorations, set them up, and even take them down. Across the country over the past 10 years, it has become a growing trend to pay someone to do this out of convenience and safety concerns. And that's where the Christmas Guys come in. They're one of the most well-known companies in the capital region when it comes to both lighting residential and commercial spaces. And this year, we got a behind-the-scenes look at the work it took to decorate the MVP Arena. Check it out. MVP Arena. You know it for sports and performances, and as you enter its vast lobby for your entertainment of choice, you might notice each year it dresses up for the holidays, and it gets a little help from Matt Martasio, the captain of the Christmas Guys, which he started as a way to make money while celebrating his favorite season.
I've always just loved Christmas, favorite time of year, and I love lights.
To get these halls looking festive, Martasio's team decked them with over 500 feet of garland. That's more than a football field long. And on these garlands, there's 5,600 lights and more than 1,050 holiday balls. And you'll find oversized nutcrackers, lighted trees, hanging stars, and what Martasio calls a selfie station, cutouts where you can take festive photos. What began as a childhood job of decorating neighbors' homes, paid in fig Newtons and cocoa, has turned into a year-round job. The Christmas Guys start their holiday planning in July for a range of clients, from commercial to residential.
The individuals come from, we say modest to massive. We have residential clients spending 30+ thousand a year down to, a few thousand. So, but it is so much fun because when you find someone that loves Christmas, it's like, the same heart. So we get to really get into it, and and it's fun when neighborhoods have competitions because everyone wants to compete.
And while they started decorating as early as October 1st, he says he often gets last-minute requests from people trying to impress their in-laws.
I often say that I save more marriages than a marriage counselor because everyone loves Christmas decorating for about 15 minutes. And then you start arguing, lights get tangled. Nobody wants to take them down in January when it's 0 degrees outside. So it's more than just decorating for the holidays. It's really allowing you to make those memories with family and a lot less arguments, if we're being honest. Those lights hanging inside and outside of your home have come a long way since their first inception back in the 1800s. They were created to replace candles that were originally used to symbolize Jesus as the light of the world. The creation of these lights can be traced back to the Electric City. Thomas Edison and one of his executives are credited with the creation of the first hand-wired electric Christmas tree lights. However, it would take almost 40 years for them to become the tradition that we all know and love today. That's thanks in part to the work of General Electric. News 10's Ryan Peterson took a trip to Schenectady to find out more.
We're here at MySci, the Museum of Innovation and Science here in Schenectady, where I'm told they have quite the collection of original Christmas tree lights dating all the way back to the early 1900s, made by GE and Thomas Edison. We're going to go inside, get a closer look.
We're looking at the history of electric Christmas lights. So pretty much almost as soon as Thomas Edison developed his incandescent lamp, one of his executives set up his Christmas tree with red, white, and blue electric lights.
That executive's name was Edward Johnson, Edison's partner in the Edison Illuminating Company. Before electric lights, people would use candles, and well, you know how well that went. Anyway, Johnson hung his string of lights on his tree in 1882, but it would be decades before it was common practice and, more importantly, affordable.
By about 1905, GE had a full line of Christmas lights, including little miniature lamps and then special figural lamps, things like frogs and roses and peaches.
The White House was an early adopter of electric Christmas lights, first making an appearance during the second Cleveland administration.
First Christmas tree with electric lights was put in the White House by Grover Cleveland in 1895, and then shortly after that they followed with the outdoor tree. And GE Lighting would traditionally have some sort of a role in actually decorating the outdoor tree.
GE would begin selling its lights to other companies.
These are Klemco lights.
But it was a young man named Albert Sadaka who would truly bring electric Christmas lights to the masses. According to the Library of Congress, Sadaka and his brothers organized the National Outfit Manufacturers Association, which soon became the Noma Electric Company, and had the Christmas light market cornered until the 1960s. Ryan Peterson, News 10 ABC.
Well, this time of year, if you're driving in Schenectady, you know it's Christmas time because of the red and green lights that illuminate the iconic General Electric logo that sits atop their building right in the heart of downtown. But that's not the case this year. According to a GE spokesperson, the light change is only temporary. They say the logo is undergoing a planned refurbishment ahead of GE's 100th anniversary. It'll remain white or not lit at all until the work is done. At that time, the company says it'll return to normal operations, including its signature light changes for major occasions and community events. The GE sign was first installed on top of Building 37 in May of 1926 and reportedly includes nearly 2,000 lights. Well, it truly is the most wonderful time of the year, and it's no coincidence that it's also the brightest time of the year. According to a study on mental health, holiday lights have a positive psychological impact. Research shows the soft glow can boost the brain's production of happiness chemicals like serotonin, which can help regulate your mood. The colors of the lights also play a role. Experts say different colors can evoke different emotional responses, and the brain associates certain colors with memories, and that can influence emotions and behaviors in positive ways. Well, as the saying goes, there truly is no place like home for the holidays. But for kids who can't be there because of an illness, organizations like the Ronald McDonald House are doing their very best to bring comfort to the home away from home. Families that rely on the Ronald McDonald facilities in Albany come from near and far. They stay there while their child receives treatment at Albany Med. It's a free service they provide year-round, but at this time of the year, organizers bring in festive decorations, meals, and even fresh-baked cookies to create a little extra comfort around the holidays.
A lot of families don't come back from the hospital until very late in the evening after being with their child at their bedside all day long. To come back at 11 o'clock at night and have a chocolate chip cookie waiting there, it doesn't feel like a lot, but it's just that source of comfort that like some things are still normal when so much is not normal.
There's also a toy shop for kids to enjoy where they can pick out their own gifts. For more on how you can support their efforts, head to NEWS10.com. The holiday tree in downtown Saratoga is shining a little brighter this year for a Rensselaer family whose son beat cancer. 14-year-old Evan Donahue was diagnosed with leukemia on Christmas Eve. He said that throughout his battle, the most important thing and what he looks forward to most this holiday season is spending time with his loved ones.
It felt really nice to be with my family, who are always there to support me since the beginning of my treatment. I'm looking forward to spend time with my family.
Places like Make-A-Wish, they really help you take that step every day. You know, when you don't feel like you can. It was more than a wish for, I think, our whole family. It was a time to take a deep breath and just kind of look at Evan and say, he did it.
Earlier this year, Evan's wish to go to Yellowstone National Park with his family was fulfilled after he completed treatment. He lit the tree at the beginning of December to kick off a holiday fundraiser for the regional Make-A-Wish chapter. The money raised will help fund future kids' wishes. It runs until the end of the year. To find out more, head to NEWS10.com. A glowing forest of festive trees lighting the way for a new tradition in Saratoga Springs. News 10's Katsy Hudson walks us through how this event is also helping the community.
A fully illuminated, family-friendly walk through the Saratoga forest is capturing the spirit of the season.
The coolest part is just seeing all the kids, the families, the adults, people coming out on dates, and just everyone's smiling and happy.
But there's more than meets the eye when it comes to this festive experience. The Trail of Lights is a community fundraiser. 53 trees are sponsored by a local business or individual and paired with a local charity they've chosen to support. Visitors can donate directly to any of the charities using the QR code attached to each tree. Artisanal Brew Works, a brewery and bistro, is behind the new winter tradition.
I would say it's probably a 20-minute, 30-minute walk. It just depends on how long you want to take and how much enjoyment we want to do it.
And it's not just people who are enjoying the Trail of Lights.
Some of the people that decorated actually leaned into the wildlife theme, and they put edible ornaments, for the animals. Oh my gosh, I didn't know there was that much wildlife in our backyard, but it was after that first snow, you could see squirrel tracks, you could see raccoon tracks, and bird tracks galore. So it's been really neat to see the wildlife actually, kind of embrace it as well.
The trail is free to walk and open during their business hours now through December 31st. In Saratoga Springs, Cassie Hudson, News 10 ABC.
Love the lights, but don't want to drive all around the capital region? We may have a solution for you, where you can see the sights of the season without ever leaving your car and wasting gas. And it's not too late to soak it all in. And how one local family realized their beautiful tree was just getting too big and what they did with it. That's when we come back. Hundreds of thousands of Christmas lights on over 20 acres of property. That's what the Quick Response Team has brought to Round Lake for another year of holiday magic. News 10's Peyton Cavanaugh gives us a special look at what it takes to make it all come together.
Here at Quick Response in Round Lake, it's the 25th year of their annual Santa's Christmas Light display.
Our phone is ringing nonstop to ask about the hours.
Each year, they invite the community to come enjoy the festivities, which takes months of preparation and 3 months alone just to set up the lights.
We fly a woman in from Indiana who specializes in the sequencing and Christmas lights in general.
In recent years, they converted the event to a drive-through, which invites even more people to the grounds. The best part?
We know there's not much free anymore, and so we like to provide it. Our customers have built this company up. It's the community that keeps us going. We want to give back.
They also put on a senior night for any senior center to bring groups for a meet and greet with Santa and sweet treats. They urge any center that has not yet arranged a visit to reach out.
People can get off and have donuts and hot chocolate with Santa, or if they're not able to get off the bus, we'll bring them cookies and water, and then you can drive through the lights.
They also put on their famous Hometown Heroes Night, honoring first responders and their families.
They're volunteering all the time as well, and so we want to give back to them especially.
They invite them to come meet Santa, get complimentary photos, and enjoy all the merry magic, complete with hot cocoa, a live band, and a train ride through the lights.
Now with all this talk, I'm off to check out the lights. Reporting in Round Lake, Peyton Cavanaugh, News 10 ABC.
Well, New York is home to the largest Jewish community outside of Israel. It's also home to the largest menorah in the world. Standing at 36 feet tall, this 4,000-pound steel menorah has been a beacon of light at Hanukkah since 1977. It was first created to encourage public celebrations of the Jewish Festival of Lights. Thousands came to celebrate that first lighting, and ever since, it has become an annual tradition for many families in the New York City area.
It's just awesome to show my kids for the past 15 years, bring them here, the spirit of New York, especially on this festive holiday, for not just Jews, but for really everyone.
The original menorah was eventually replaced in the 80s with a new design in 2006. It was certified by the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's largest. Its height is the maximum allowable under Jewish law to ensure that all can truly see it. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is one of the most iconic trees of the season. People travel from near and far to get their picture with it every year. And this year's tree came from a family in East Greenbush who tried to decorate it themselves and learned just how difficult it is.
When my husband and I thought about maybe renting a crane to put lights on it, was when I was like, wait, maybe we have something here because this is big enough for something like that. So that's kind of when it got the wheels turning that maybe we should get Rock Center involved.
The 75-foot tree comes down in mid-January, is milled into lumber, and then donated to Habitat for Humanity to build homes. Our News 10 ABC in the Morning team was in Albany to kick off the holidays with New York State's annual tree lighting ceremony at the Empire State Plaza. The tree was donated by the Christopher family from Ballston Lake. They called it an honor to have their tree on display for all of New York. A local family calls it Christmas Palooza, and for good reason. But there's more to this colossal collection, why this family takes the holidays to the next level coming up. And they're beautiful to look at, but they can be dangerous. How to make sure your lights don't ruin your holiday. tradition that grows with the family is one worth keeping. For the Cheskys, their holiday lights display started as something for their kids. Now it's turned into a way to spread magic throughout their colony community.
Christmas Palooza. Christmas Palooza.
Yes, oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
That's what Marianne and Ron Chesky call their December tradition of decorating their colony home.
I just enjoy the magic of Christmas and giving back to people.
There's another reason the month of December is so special to them.
I married a New Year's Eve baby, and then our first child was due Christmas Day.
That daughter's son was also born in December. The Cheskys' other daughter married a man born in December, and even the Cheskys' dog has a December birthday.
So all of a sudden we were sitting here with 5 birthdays, and eek, that's how Christmas got started in our house.
With all those December birthdays, it was a no-brainer for Marianne and Ron to go all out. And all out it is, with more than 50 boxes of Christmas decorations, well over 700 ornaments for their 15 different types of artificial trees, 15 strings of lights for the trees, and that's on top of the 300 lights that came with one of them. The tree design changes each year.
The normal ornament tree has garland, but the ribbon and flower tree is ribbons and flowers. And then the frosty tree is a top hat and a big giant neck collar bow.
And Marianne's already planning her tree for next year. The theme will be Wicked because both she and her granddaughter love the story.
I've already got the bubbles and the pink and the green.
Christmas Palooza is present everywhere, from the Island of Misfit Toys decorating the piano to the Santa-tizer in the bathroom. Then there's the 4,500 feet of lights outside, plus built-in gemstone lights on the roof. It's not just the family that gets to enjoy the winter wonderland.
As I was putting, the final touches on, a neighbor up the street, the day we had the snow, was bringing his son on his sled, just pulling him around, and he was just like, wow.
The Cheskys say their holiday displays have grown with their family.
When we first married, of course, like any young couple, we had only a little, and we wanted to make it beautiful for the kids.
And any December baby who's ever received a combined Christmas and birthday gift will appreciate the Cheskys' outlook.
I made a point that a birthday list and a Christmas list were not the same. He had birthday presents wrapped in Christmas paper, and his parents didn't separate them. And it's like, it's not his fault he was born the week after Christmas. It's something we've just always done because he needed to know what Christmas really felt like.
Well, coming up next, all aboard the holiday train. Families lined the tracks in Menands and Mechanicville to catch a glimpse of the brightly decorated holiday train rolling through the Capital Region last month. It's something families have enjoyed for year after year. News 10's Amber Fisher takes us there for a look at all of the fun.
The crowds and the lights mean one thing. The holiday season has officially rolled into the Capital Region with the CPKC train. For many families across the Capital Region, the Canadian Pacific Kansas City, or CPKC, holiday train is a tradition they look forward to year after year.
Ever since we moved into Menands a couple years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
We've been coming here pretty much every time since post-pandemic. It's been awesome.
I'm really excited. I've been coming here for a couple of years. I was once in the paper for it. I like it a lot.
The CPKC holiday train travels across the U.S. and Canada each year, decked out in thousands of lights, with live holiday music and a stage that opens right from the train.
It just brings joyful to my heart, because it's like, I've seen it since I was a kid. It just makes me warm inside.
And it wouldn't be a holiday kickoff without a visit from the North Pole, with Mrs. Claus, Santa, and their elf Snowflake spreading cheer.
The community center contacted us at the North Pole and asked us to come and help promote their food pantry today with the holiday train that comes in.
In Mechanicville, the Community Services Center gathered much needed food donations as families lined the tracks. And through it all, one phrase echoed through the crowd all night.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
With all of our talk about holiday lights, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention lighting safety. I spoke with a local electrician, Alan Greenberg, who shared some tips so that we can keep those lights shining without getting into any trouble.
How do you bring the wires together in a safe capacity? So it starts where the power starts, which is at the outlet. This is outside a GFI outlet. Many of you are familiar with GFCI outlets.
Okay.
That prevents you from electric shock. So that's the first level of protection. If you're using multiple extension cords, we recommend devices like this, which have a gasket that essentially protect the junction between two extension cords that are joined together.
And once it's time to take all those lights down and pack them away for next year, Greenberg says to make sure lights are wrapped up so they don't break and that you don't put anything heavy on top of them. Well, that'll do it for our Holiday Lights special. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your Christmas with us. From all of us here at News 10, wishing you and yours a merry and bright holiday season.